everybody, it's Dave here from Dragonhill Games. So I just finished going 7-2 in a standard tournament, and I thought I'd bring you guys the deck that took me across the finish line. And here it is. Welcome to Stompin' Dreams, my version of Jeskai Control. Alright, let's kick things off with the deck. And by the way, you can find the deck list for everything in this video in the description of this video. Alright, so started with, I have 2 copies of Birth of Meletus. I kind of underestimated this card, I'll admit that, when the set first dropped. But this card is super solid in a control deck environment, for sure. So, for just 2 mana, we search our library for basic planes, reveal it, put in our hand. And then step 2, we create a 0/4 colorless wall artifact creature token with Defender. And step 3, we gain a little bit of life. But this card is really good at slowing down a really aggressive decks. I mean, it provides us with a constant mana supply, and then you know, the 0/4 wall gets in front of anything that you know, most decks are going to throw at you on turn 1, 2, and 3 type of thing. One of the best cards in this set for sure is Omen of the Sea. I mean, this is just ridiculous. 1 blue and 2 at flash speed. When it enters the battlefield, we scry 2 and then draw a card. I mean, that is awesome. And then later, of course, we can sacrifice it to scry 2 more. 3 copies of Quench, a couple of copies of Dovin's Veto. I run 1 Thassa's Intervention. This was just kind of a personal choice for me. I like the idea that it's sort of like a cross between, you know, kind of drawn through dreams or drawn into dreams, and you know, a counterspell like a syncopate type of thing. So just a little bit of utility there in 1 copy of Thassa's Intervention. I run 4 Brazen Borrowers, of course, 4 Bone Crusher Giants. Both of these are just good solid value, obviously have awesome utility, and I'm sure you can think of all kinds of great uses for that. Banishing Light helps me get rid of anything that's, you know, tough to deal with, like all these gods that are running around everywhere, and just annoying planeswalkers, things like that. 3 copies of Mystical Dispute. Mystical Dispute is one of the best counterspells currently right now in Standard, period, because a lot of people are playing, you know, the Azorius version of this deck, or even, you know, there's Esper, sort of Esper Control running around out there with, you know, the new Ashiok and stuff like that. So this is just a really good quality counterspell for sure in the current Standard environment. And then 2 copies of Flame Sweep just help me deal with early board, sort of aggressive stuff, mostly red deck, you know, Cavalcade type decks and that thing. That type of thing can really help come in handy with sort of aggressive knights and black decks as well. And then 3 copies of Teferi Time Raveler, because why not? He's only the best 3-mana planeswalker currently in Standard. And then I like Shatter the Sky. I mean, this board wipe is awesome. It's nice to have a Wrath of God costed type of board wipe in Standard for sure. So, and more often than not, the 4 power thing doesn't really play all that much. So, and even if it does, usually I'm more than happy to just kind of clear their board and give them a card in the worst case scenario. So, you know, really awesome board wipe for sure. And then 1 time wipe. And then, of course, a couple of Dream Trawlers. Now, I've seen most Azorius lists running, you know, 3 or 4 of this guy, which I actually think is just a little bit too much. This guy's just the end game, right? Like, a lot of times you drop Dream Trawler and they just concede, or they concede within a turn or 2 for sure. It's the kind of card that just turns the game around. I mean, you play this thing, it's virtually impossible to deal with. You know, you're getting in there probably for 5 lifelink every turn, extra card. Like, it can completely turn the game around, and more often than not, your opponent's just going to concede if this hits the board, and you know, they don't have like a board wipe in hand or some sort of way to deal with it. So, like I said, I'm only running 2 copies, and from what I've found, that is more than adequate. It's like I said, this is the end game, and there is so much dig in this deck between things like, you know, Omen of the Sea, you know, Thassa's Intervention and stuff. So there's just a lot of dig in this deck. I've never not had this when I'm ready to cast it. So I think 2 copies is more than adequate. You don't want more than 1 in your hand anyway. As far as land package goes, 1 Castle Ardenvale, 3 planes just as targets for our Birth of Meletus, a couple Castle Vantress, of course they're great for late game scrying power, 5 islands, 2 mountains. I run 4 Hallowed Fountain, 1 Temple of Enlightenment, and 1 Temple of Epiphany. I run 1 Steam Vents, and then 4 Sacred Foundries. And the reason why, you know, 4 Sacred Foundries as opposed to sort of more Steam Vents is because I always want to make sure I have that double white up right? So we got a couple of things that need, well, a few things that need double white: Shadow of the Sky, Time Wipe, Dream Trawler. They're all sort of double white cards, so want to always make sure I have access to a double white for sure. All right, really hope you guys enjoyed having a look at the deck tech portion of the video. Stay tuned for you know, some gameplay stuff, and of course the match that that took me to 7 wins. All right, I really hope you guys enjoy that. If you do, go ahead and smash that like button. You know, it really helps me out. And as always, if you're a subscriber, you know I want to thank you for being here. We really appreciate your support. All right, who do we got? Brown. Okay, Brown, let's see what we got here. Yeah, I definitely like this hand. We got a board wipe. We got some counter magic. Let's do it. Mono black devotion. Alright. That's rude. Let's see what we got. Keep up counter magic here. No. No AR for you. Teferi or not Teferi? No Teferi. Also rude. Get rid of this, I guess. Even though Teferi kind of feels bad here, it's always nice to have one in hand. Stompin time! Teferi, no Teferi. Put up a threat? Yeah, put up a threat. Alright, I guess we're okay with that. Brazen Borrower feels bad here too. Okay. If that's the best thing you can do with your mana, I'm alright right now. Gutter Bones. Priest of Forgotten God. Starting to feel like board wipe time. See if we can find another land. No land. Okay, well that'll get us land. A tap land? Boo. And we'll leave that on top too. I really underestimated this card. It's solid. Put this back to your hand. I don't think you're gonna sacrifice your stuff. You got no reason to do that. Make you spend some more mana. Alright, it is definitely board wipe time. Ooh, and another one. Nice. We have options now, folks. Time wipe first, I think. Here comes board wipe number 2. Hand's empty now. Time to start laying down the beats. Fairy. Grey Merchant of Asphodel. Don't Vito feels bad here.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
We got another Teferi's useless. Ooh, alright. Solid.
No, I'm not.
See if we can get him to play out another creature this turn. No such luck. Alright. Let's clear this stuff up again. And there we have a concede. Alright. Okay, not huge on having Dream Trawler in my starting hand, but having access to all my colors and a board wipe sounds like a pretty good start to me. Alright, let's see what we got here. Temple of Malice, eh? Okay, Castle Ardenvale means we're for sure board wipe turn 4 if we need to. Yeah, I really like this card, the Birth of Meletus. Solid. Puts up a blocker nice and early, right? And sort of mana fix, right? You get extra planes out of your deck. Okay, what do we got here? Yeah, that's what I figured. Some sort of sacrifice deck. I don't think it's quite worth banishing that Priest of Forgotten Gods just yet. Lazatep Reaver. Okay, I don't see him activating the Priest just yet, so see what he does here. Well, looks like he's thinking about it, yeah. Wow. Huh. He's just really wanted that card draw. Stormfist Crusader. And there's the cat. This Omen of the Sea, one of the best cards in the set. So sick. Scry 2, draw a card for 2 mana, and then later you just scry 2 again. Really, really solid. Alright, I think clear this mess up. I'm on pace to put the Dream Trawler out on curve, so I'm liking the look of this so far. Chandra. Alright, well, it seems like a good target for Banishing Light.
Too bad.
Another cat.
Go get him, buddies.
Yeah, I think we'll go Banishing Light here on Chandra, just get rid of her. Okay, well, that's nice. Picked up the giant. He's got no mana. Let me just get rid of that cat now. No, well, we'll see if he plays an oven. We got Woe Strider. Yeah, Woe Strider is definitely a good upgrade for sacrifice decks for sure. And there's the oven. So I missed that, but I think I'd rather just have that Woe Strider out of the way anyway. Alright, I think it's time for the Dream Trawler. You definitely want to have at least a couple cards in hand when you play this guy. Backup defense, right? Yeah, we're definitely sitting in a good position here for sure. I mean, he's only got a couple cards left in hand, and it's going to be really difficult for this deck to deal with that Dream Trawler for sure. Man, this thing is sick. It's the card that can really turn a game around, right? I mean, gaining 5 life every turn, drawing an extra card, thing's almost impossible to get rid of. Super great top end for, you know, Azorius decks or a deck like this. Rankle. Yeah, can't pay for the quench. And there it is. Well, it's been a long road. Let's go for win number 7. Alright, let's see who my lucky opponent is. Faba. Alright, Faba. We got green deck, yeah? You can always kind of tell what people are going to play by the Planeswalker they use. That said, I'm playing Liliana. This is a good starting hand. I mean, I only have 2 lands, but I have Birth of Meletus, so I'll be able to cast pretty much everything in my hand in a moment. Yeah, like I said, green deck. Alright. Hello. It's always scary when they drop Pell Collector turn 1. You know they're getting in for at least 2 on turn 2. Paradise Druid. So now we're looking at, you know, turn 3 Questing Beast maybe? I think we're going to leave Quench up. Yeah, I'm terrified of that turn 3 Questing Beast. This could be a fast match. Watch this guy run me over in like a minute. Edgewall Innkeeper. It's an interesting take on this deck. I can't say I've really seen much Gruul sort of adventures. He's playing Lovestruck Beast. Okay, so it's just kind of Gruul good stuff, I guess. I really expected to see Questing Beast. Alright. Alright, what to do with this mess? Well, I'm gonna need a board wipe in a hurry, I think. Fairy? Yeah. Let's put Teferi, put that Pell Collector back in his hand. I mean, I know Teferi's gonna buy it, but I get a card out of the deal and we'll get rid of that Pell Collector for a moment. Okay, that's pretty good. I don't mind getting Bone Crusher Giant here. He stands up to everything on that side. Maybe get rid of that Edgewall Innkeeper. See how things play out here. Well, he's unloading his hand in a hurry. Boy, I need a board wipe like right now. Wow. Gotta love Gruul, eh? They go from like 2 creatures to like 5 creatures in like, you know, 10 seconds, right? Okay, that wasn't the best hit, Dream Trawler. Huh. So many choices here. I think we're gonna Bone Crusher Giant and Birth of Meletus. Hopefully we live for a couple more turns. Yeah, it's too bad that Pell Collector got out of range. I guess we killed a stupid dwarf. Yeah, I don't think I can afford to take this much damage. Gonna have to be Bone Crusher Giant on the dwarf. Well, it's not looking good. Alright, we need a board wipe. But, I mean, if I get rid of that Pelt Collector, Banishing Light on the Pelt Collector, I think, buys me a couple of turns anyway if he doesn't have any bombs in his hand. Yeah, let's go that route. And we got mana up for that Omen. Hopefully we hit a board wipe. Make it drop Dream Trawler next turn. But if he has some sort of removal or something, I'd have to tap it down. I think he'd get through for lethal. I guess we'll see what our options are after we hit this Omen. Okay, well, getting 3 in here anyway. Alright, let's put this Omen out. Come on, baby. All I want for Christmas is a board wipe. Woohoo! There it is! Shire of the Sky. Thank you, magic gods. Alright, so we're looking at Dream Trawler next turn for sure. Boy, it's just Pelt Collector after Pelt Collector, eh? Let's get rid of that thing now. Nah, I think Dream Trawler's just better here. He's probably not going to have anything to deal with this. I got lots of cards to pitch to it if he's got, you know, something, so... I mean, he's still got 20 life. Let's take a few turns to get this done. Wow! Alright! Woohoo! There it is, folks. And there you have it, 7 and 2 with my Jeskai Control deck. I really hope you guys enjoyed the deck tech and watching the gameplay. If you did, go ahead and smash that like button. It really helps me out. And we'll see you again soon. Bye for now.